Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Once again, I am here with the explanation of 10th chapter circles of class 9th. So we will start this video with the explanation of, with the introduction of circle, then followed by sector and segment in a circle, angle subtended by a chord, theorems based on circle, and at last we will be having a pop quiz. So let's start with the introduction of circle. Circular figures in our daily life. You must have seen many circular objects in your daily life, like a ball, a coin of rupees 1, 2 and 5 you must have seen many times, and a wall clock which is circular. So these objects are representing circular figures. So let's find out basically what is a circle. So in this figure you can see O is a point and another point we are having A. If we are moving point A with respect to O, right? If we are moving point A with respect to O, then we are getting a path like this. And the point is there that this distance must remain same all the time. Just like that, we have to move this point A with respect to O. That is, OA must be same at each and every point. So it will move like this. See, it will move like this because we have to maintain this distance must be same. So after joining all these points, you are getting a figure which is a circle, and the distance joining the fixed point and any point on this path is known as radius, and radius is denoted by the letter R. The fixed point is known as center, right? And I just want to show you that the distance from the center and any point on this circular path you can see is always same. So what is the definition of a circle? The path of a point which is always equidistant from a fixed point in the plane is called a circle. The fixed point is the center. The distance between fixed point and any point on its circumference is radius. So this is a circle. Now in this figure you can see we are having 3 points A, B and C. So point A is lying on this circle and B is lying inside the circle. So we will say B is a point in the interior of the circle and C is a point in the portion which is exterior of this circle. So a circle is having 3 types of regions on a plane: interior, exterior and on the circle. And here you can see we are having a line segment which is we are getting after joining 2 points on its circumference. This line segment is known as chord. So what is chord? Chord is a line segment joining any 2 points on a circle is known as a chord of the circle. See, here 1 point we are having on the circle somewhere here, and another end of this line segment is lying on the circle here. So this is a line segment which we are getting after joining 2 different points on the circle, and this is known as a chord. Now this is a circle. Here you can see I have shown you radius, diameter and circumference. Radius, now you know well, the distance between the center and any point on this circle, and diameter is the longest chord of this circle. Chord means the line segment joining any 2 points on the circle, and diameter is a chord which is passing through the center of the circle, and this is the longest chord of the circle, and you can have many diameters in a single circle, right? So diameter is the longest chord, and circumference is the perimeter of the circle. The length which we are covering through this path means perimeter of the circle is known as circumference. Now let's find out what is a sector in a circle. So sector, the region between an arc and the two radii joining the center to the end points of the arc is known as sector. Here you can see the green portion is representing a sector which is enclosed by two radii and an arc. This is a sector in a circle, and this angle inside this portion will be the angle of this particular sector. So green portion is representing a sector here which is enclosed by two radii and an arc. Now what is segment? So segment, the region between a chord and either of its arcs. Here you can see we are having two segments. This is the minor segment and this one is the major segment. So minor segment is the green portion, means green portion is representing minor segment, means which is the smaller one part of the circle is the minor segment, and which is the bigger one part is known as the major segment. So segment is basically the region enclosed within a chord and an arc is known as a segment. Now angle subtended by a chord. Here in this figure you can see we are having a chord AB and it is subtending different types of angles in this circle. So angle subtended by chord AB at the center is angle AOB. At the center it is subtending the angle AOB. The angle subtended by chord AB at the minor arc is angle ADB. This is the minor arc, and the chord AB is subtending the angle ADB here. So this is the angle in the minor chord by the chord AB, in the minor segment by the chord AB. Now here we are having the major segment. So angle subtended by chord AB at the major segment is angle ACB. See, in the major segment it is ACB. So basically the chord AB is subtending three types of angles here. At the center AOB, at the minor segment ADB, at the major segment angle ACB. Now let's have some theorems based on circle. So our first theorem is equal chord of a circle subtend equal angles at the center. So we will be having a figure in which we are having two equal chords AB and CD. And here you can see after joining its end points with the center, we are having radii OA, OB, OC and OD. So we have to just first check out that what is given in the theorem and what they are asking to prove. So equal chord. First, this is given in the theorem that two chords are equal. So at the first we will write whatever is given. So given is chords AB is equals to CD and O is the center. Next, they are saying of a circle subtend equal angles at the center. Means we have to prove that these chords are subtending equal angles at the center. Means angle AOB is equals to angle COD. So just write down what we need to prove. To prove angle AOB is equals to angle COD. Now we will start our proof. In order to prove that these two angles are equal, we just need to prove the triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD. If these two triangles are congruent, then very easily we can say angle AOB is equals to angle COD. So let's prove these two triangles are congruent. So in triangle AOB and triangle COD, so whatever we are having here, just we have to write down that points in order to prove congruency. So first we are having radii OA is equals to OC OA is equals to OC. These two line segments are radii of this given circle. So these two will be equal. Next, we are having OB is equals to OD. Once again, these two are radii of circle. These two are also equal. Then AB is equals to CD. It is given in the question, in the theorem. So we will write here AB is equals to CD. It is given. So on the basis of these 3 points, we can say triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD by SSS rule. As we have proved here, these 3 sides are equal. So triangle AOB is equals to triangle COD by SSS rule. Then with the help of congruency, now we can say angle AOB is equals to angle COD because corresponding parts are equal of congruent triangles. So by CPCT, we can say these two angles are equal, and this we had to prove. So thus we proved our theorem here. So this was the first theorem. Now let's have another theorem. So a statement of the theorem is if the angles subtended by the chords of a circle at the center are equal, then the chords are equal. So let's find out what is given in the question. If the angles subtended by the chords of a circle at the center are equal, here it is given that angle AOB is equals to angle COD. And we have to prove here that these two chords AB and CD are equal. So just like theorem number 1, we will prove these two triangles are congruent. Then with the help of CPCT, we can say that AB is equals to CD. So let's prove congruency of triangles. So now in triangle AOB and in triangle COD, we are having OA is equals to OC as these two are radii of circle. Then angle AOB is equals to angle COD. These are two equal angles. It is given in the question. Then OB is equals to OD. These are two radii of the circle. So on the basis of these 3 points, we can say triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD by SAS congruency. Then with the help of CPCT, we can say AB is equals to CD because congruent parts are always equal of congruent triangles. And this we had to prove for this theorem. So we proved our theorem. Now let's start pop quiz. So our first question is the longest chord of a circle is? Yes, I know you know it very well. Answer is diameter. Next question, what is the reason between an arc and chord? Answer is segment. You know well now. Next question, the length of the complete circle is called what? Circumference. Last question, the reason between an arc and the two radii joining the center to the end points of the arc is called what? Sector. So that's all for this video. Thanks for connecting with me. See you soon in the next part of the chapter. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.